Hmm. Hello guys, si Keshan Galasa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 39 ng laro tayo ng Super Robot Wars 3 Voyage. So, yung huling dalawang episode natin guys, ginawa natin yung dalawang bagong dalawang bagong bonus missions. Yung bonus scenario pala. So, teka. Tapos may nakuha tayong mga power parts na bago, teka. Kay Tuwata ko ba nilagay yun? Game meter tsaka tapos teka isang nakuha ko kanina ko ba nilagay yun basahin ko na lang muna full armor tsaka crystal dragonium binigay ko kay ano ay hindi pa SP hindi ito nasa tuwasa yata yung tukulatan lagay. Ayun, game meter. So, start na ulit. Tuloy na natin yung main campaign. So, start na natin yung scenario 21. So, nasan tayo ngayon? Okay, Amaterasu Terminal Colony. Yamato Hangar. Why do you think, Officer Sanada? Thanks to Commander Amuro, Judao and others, we've compared Gundams of our world and theirs. And, in short, from a technological perspective, their units are not the same as those from our world 100 years ago. That's what I figured. So you're saying that the Gundams from our world existed in Tobia's world years ago by pure coincidence? That does seem to be a bit of a stretch. The technological systems of both worlds were one and the same, so it's pretty easy to switch from units in one world to those in the other. It does seem a little reckless to write this off as a coincidence. From our perspective, the Gundams of Commander Amuro and company look like what you'd get from remaking units from 100 years ago using today's technology. And on top of that, the technology is more advanced than technologies like SciComm that are obsolete in our world. Obsolete in our world. If the two parallel worlds are close to each other, what would account for the differences in technology? Kaname was saying that the Double Zeta Gundam and the Shi Gundam were influenced by technology generations prior to the X1. Yeah, if you focus in technologies like SciComm, you could definitely come to that conclusion. Anyway, it's sure an interesting notion. I'd really like to talk to this Kaname sometime. She's a tactical advisor on the Tuwata Danan. Although you'd never know from looking at her that she could hold a position like that. You know, actually that's true. Now that you mention it, I never did ask a normal high school girl like her. Now that you mention it, I never asked. Dapat may din eh. I never asked what a normal high school girl like her was doing riding the Tuwata de Danan. We'll continue after we deal with the Martian Successors. Thank you, Officer Sanada. Now we'll be able to go into battle feeling refreshed mentally as well. Still, it's pretty shocking that our Gundam existed in Tobia's world 100 years ago. Why didn't you tell us? Well, I just didn't want to confuse things with a bunch of bizarre talk. Parallel people in parallel worlds. So the me in that world went missing in action in the Battle of Axis. Yeah, but that only became part of popular folklore because you've made your mark on history as an ace pilot. You can bet that in 100 years, there won't be any record of any parallel me. Yeah, you're probably right, Hathaway. Although alam din ni Toby na may record si Hathaway. You're pretty good with the casual insults, Tobia. I didn't mean to insult you. Well, now that we're on the subject, How about telling us all about that 100-year-old history? Yeah, definitely. We just might learn a thing or two about our own future. Well, that's probably not a good idea. What's the problem, Kincaid? It's not a good idea to get biased by only what you already know, am I right? Tsaka ano yun time paradox yun pag nagkataon. Kung alam mo yung future, pwede mong baguhin. Yeah, good point. Plus, in their world, 100 years ago, apparently the seas were blue and there were parallel people. But their history is following a different path than ours. You know, in all the confusion of the Battle of Amaterasu, I totally forgot about this. But what the heck was that black getter robo? You're talking about Ryoma? In our world, before mobile suits were invented, that sort of robot was all the rage. Nasa yung world nitong Amuro na to, yung talaga yung standard, yung alpha universe siguro. Getter robot was the type that was used in the conflict with the invaders. Yun nga, yun. Yung universe niya, yung alpha. Invaders, the enemy that Nagari fought against. Ano? The enemy that Nagari fought against? Ryoma Nagari, right? You know about him, Commander Amuro? The conflict with the invaders, the so-called lunar conflict. I was just a kid when he was a pilot when he was a pilot. I was just a kid when he was a pilot who was hailed as a hero. Wait, how could that war have happened during your childhood? Let's see, that was more than 15 years ago. So that would mean Ryoma was only about 10? Maybe it was a parallel world, not too different from ours. All the relationships between each world and each people. It's pretty interesting to think about. I'd love to do a large-scale research sometime and find all this stuff out. They've managed to avoid the subject so far, but I'd like to hear more about Judao's world, especially about the Red Sea. No problem, but it's really not all that interesting. The Red Sea, the Earth, and the heavens, all of that. I see. Enough of that. Right now, let's concentrate on the battle against the Martian Successors. It's a different world, but it affects us deeply. We're well aware of that. We can't just let terrorists like that off the hook. Changing the world is all well and good, but there are still things that you just don't do. Those who don't understand that have to be dealt with. Ours is a different world from Hathaway's, but it's Hathaway Noah who's here, not Muftin W. Aaron, so it's alright. Yun yung pilot nung si Gundam sa dimension nila nila Tobia. Martian Polar Cap Ruins, the Martian Successor's stronghold. Didn't expect Amaterasu to fall before prep was even completed. I'm sorry, Vice Admiral Kusakabe. This is entirely my fault. Don't worry about it. As long as we've got the boson jump, we can pull this off even without a frontline base. Before that, we'll hit Nadeshiko and Celestial Being, and we'll consider the taking of the Yamato as a positive development. So what's our next move? Now that repairs of the Yamato is done, and they've clearly become the enemy, there's no need to hold back. Here on Mars, we'll hit them with a full frontal attack, and will establish the new order. These Polar Cap ruins, the site of the old civilization, will be the final resting place of the old order. Everyone, be of good cheer. This is our chance to cut the connection with the past wars and become the guiding hand that leads this world. Ben, na naman yung pagano ko, yung reading ko. Calculation Unit Communication Systems. Oh shit. Anytime now, your sweetheart will arrive. A devil bent on revenge. A prime catch. Ano ba yan? Magtawa yan. Yurika Misumaru. You will be the one and only link between us and the Calculation Unit. There's no way in hell we're gonna hand you over to them. Scenario 21, the Martian Polar Cap Ruins. Boson particles and gravitational field distortion found. They're here. Apat na battleship. The wide area distortion field has been lifted. As calculated, the Dudanan can be navigated. With this amount of gravity, we're fine as long as we maintain high altitude. Alright, let's launch all units. Itong mission na to, nagbasa-basa na ulit ako kung ano yung SR point eh. Clear map within 7 turns. Medyo mahirap to. Ally battleship is defeated. Defeat all enemies. So, suspend muna natin. Gawa tayo ng save point. Ito. Sorting. As usual, pipiliin ko yung mga lowest levels para sila mag-level. Ilang kailangan natin? 15. 18. May 15 pa? May 16 din. Okay. 15. 16. 17. Tas pa ng 18 na. May 18 naman na. Mga Gundams pa. Well, si Toby at saka si Pinkay. Tapos ito pa. Force Impulse Gundam. Double O Gun. Quanti. Tapos Gundam Zabanya. Naruto. Midway. Isa na lang. Ay, si Ryoma na muna. Tama, si Ryoma na muna. Ayan, go. Thanks for everything you've done, Akito. Now you're free to do as you please. I will. Akito Tenkawa, are you gonna show up? Are you gonna show? Andiyan na nga eh. Akito, I'll let you deal with those guys. However, I'm not thinking beyond that. Akito, we're counting on you, buddy. You're the ones on the periphery to me. Thanks. No need for gratitude or apologies. We all share the same hatred of the enemy after all. That's our situation, so just do as you see fit. Yes, ma'am. Captain Hoshino, send them a final warning. Roger. This is Major Ruri Hoshino, Captain of the Nachiko B unit of the Earth Federation Forces. All Private Army and the Martian Successors. Immediately lay down your weapons and await our orders. Vice Admiral Kusukave, our response is clear. Fire! Pasaway. They're shooting at us. So that's their response. The time for talking is over, so be it. Yes, we have no choice. All units, commence attack. Strike the enemy squads and crush the Martian Successors. Roger, now we'll settle this once and for all. Yan, dapat within 7 turns. So, gagawa ulit ako ng secondary save sa baba. So, asan sila? Mukhang konti lang pero doon sa nabasa kong guide, hindi lang sila, marami yan. So, forward lahat. Hindi na kailangan ng defensive formation. Dapat each step niya may makukuhang gold. Dahil sa game limiter. Ang layo agad ng reach niyan. Okay, dalawa sila at least. Enemy face, check ko lang may nag-message sa akin, check ko lang. So, ano na to? Actually, turn 2 na to. So, wala pa rin matarget Pasaway. Titipidin ko yung mga strongest attacks natin. So, mga shot weapons muna.
Kono timing nara ikeru. Shinken tobisumase. Ikinokoru tame ni wa. Ayun naman ang binabasa natin.
Kaya!
人々の平和な暮らしを脅かす存在は許さない。
Talaga yun.
通常の AI
$57 lang
これが限界だろうな。
やらせてもらう。 そこだ。こいつの扱いには慣れている。
Pwede ka nga pala mag-move and shoot. The units of the Martian Successors are making attacking the Nadeshiko their top priority. Of course they are. The ship is the successor of the Nadeshiko after all. So we can't allow ourselves to be defeated. Roger. Understood, Captain. Alright, let's go. Time to end the fighting. That raged ever since the Lizard War.
敵無人機の行動パターンはすでに把握しています。
Sobra-sobra pa. Okay lang, at least 20 lang.
ハイパービームサーベルだ。でやいっけー。うわ
Ako, pwede ka sa lagay na yun eh. Sobrang ng konti. Silent voice.
許さない。お前たちだけは前段叩き込む。とどめだ。奴は亡霊ではない。鬼、復讐鬼だ。我らの邪魔をする黒い悪魔め。
Hindi talaga ako makaget over sa ano sa obsession ng mga bagong games sa ano.
俺はお前たちに復讐する。
Obsession nila sa ano sa mga edgy na characters. Hindi man kailangan siya brooding eh. Ano ba yan? Okay, okay lang, sige.
Chance, 仕掛ける。今なら懐に飛び込める。落としたわ。次。
may isang unit lang di... Meron kong di na-move.
我らの名を記憶せよ。
神経を研ぎ澄ませ、生き残るためには。しまった、身動きが取れない。
高機動に加えて重装甲、手強い。
怯える。俺はお前たちに復讐する。犯した罪をその身で償い、至近距離まで接近する。
Mas gusto ko pa rin talaga yung fan-labbing na ano, na Akito kesa to.
そこ。
Mas maganda siya nung ano eh, nung positive yung attitude niya eh.
復讐機だ。
May pagkatawag siya nun pero ano, happy-go-lucky siya, so mas gusto ko yun kesa to. Parang yung mga modern interpretation kay Batman. Tapos yung ano, latest episode ng
位置取りをしくじった結果が
yung latest season ng Harley Quinn. Ginawa rin nilang ano si Robin, si Dick Grayson, ginawa nilang brooding. Ang pangit tuloy ng dating. Distortion of space detected in this sector. Someone being transported? Salia, what's happening? No doubt about it. They're coming. May dragons pa. Tapos meron pa yung pinakamalaking dragon. What is that? Dragons, and nothing but big ones are coming. They're being completely indiscriminate. Salia, what the heck is going on? It's not just on the periphery of Arsenal that dragons are appearing. I don't get it either. It looks like the dragons are attacking both us and the Martian Successors. Then we should just sit back and watch the enemies kill each other. Sorry, but I don't like that sort of thing. Whoa, Angie is sure gung-ho. Taking on the dragons is our job, anytime and any place. If we try to use the enemy like that, we might end up exposing our own weak spots. And in terms of location, the dragons are gonna attack us first anyway. All units move to intercept. So this world has those sorts of creatures on it. No, those are apparently from a different world. Urge all units to exercise caution. There's no telling what's gonna happen in this battle. Dragons have arrived. Let's give them what they came for. Sino na iwan ko? Wala naman ako naiwan ah. Teka. Kailangan ko move and shoot. Masyadong mag-asos yan. Ito mo ng maramihan. Ito. Pulse laser. Tapos move forward ka. In order to save the world, the ship, the Yamato, was created using technology handed down from Iskander. As long as there are individuals who would use it for their selfish ends, we must tirelessly drive them away. Turn all firepower on enemies in closest proximity. Forward. Unahan ko na itong mga ships. Dahil meron silang ability to move, shoot and move.
0時の方向に敵確認。
ドンピシャね。
敵機近づいてきてるです。
トレミ砲撃開始。
了解だ。砲撃開始。
Kala ko may matisira ka pa eh. Forward kayo. Pwedeng map. Nice. May banata man na kagad yung mga yan. Ay, tama. Teka. Okay. Akala ko may tatamaan kakampi eh. Ito. Shoot.
艦長見ててくださいよ。はい頑張ってハーリー君。艦首敵方向へ。
敵を捕捉しました艦長。
グラビティブラスト攻撃放射。
Forward. Okay. Tuwata din natin sa Shadow overkill.
敵の包囲網を突破します。緊急先行 MBT ベント。
アイマン緊急先行 MBT ベント。
発射管扉を開放。
Submersion, nasa space kayo.
発射管扉開放。
巡航ミサイル発射。
Paano magsasubmerge eh, nasa
巡
space?
航ミサイル発射。はい。
Wala naman dagat sa Mars. Ano ba yan? Palpakin translation.
くそ、機体の反応が鈍い。これでは一方的ではないか。
Forward. Ito, may shoot, ano eh, move and shoot din to eh, so, teka. Wala siyang target.
やってみる。
ガンダムの地に落ちたものだな。
Rounded lang, ano ba damage yan? Beam kasi eh.
我らは勝利し正義を打ち立てる。
ちょっとだったらどうするつもり。
Beam weapon kasi. muna. Pasaway ka.
Sugod!
まだまだ勝負はこれからだ。真の正義は我らにあり。
その程度で私の首を取ろうとは。
Titik-pitik yung malalakas masyado, so ito muna. Ito muna, para tanggal na.
Kore nara!
ダメだ。脱出する。
At least ibang unit, meron tayong mga units na may mga multiple tawag dito, multiple EX charge. Beam weapon di pwede. Ito na lang. Immune sila sa beam weapon eh. Na-establish na natin yan.
俺が断ち切る。
ガンダムやはり強い。相手は敵戦力の中枢と見た。対応してみせる。
Forward. Bukasan mo muna itong mga to. Shadow ng ito na lang. Itong dalawang to weak na eh. Insta-dead na yan. Konti na lang. Ito na lang.
弾叩き込む。とどめだ。
奴は亡霊ではない。鬼復讐機だ。この作戦必ず成功させてみせる。
俺はお前たちを徹底的に叩く。
Forward. Big grenade launcher. Sige, ito na muna para matanggal na 1% shot.
So, もう機体が持たない。
Sige, dito na kayo sa mga dragons muna. Teka. Tanggalin ko na itong nandito. Wala kang target dyan. Fine. Dito sa mga dragons. Ayan, meron. Hindi pwede beam weapon eh. At least beam weapon pero physical.
Chance! 仕掛ける
窮地に陥れば闘志もたぎるというもの。コーディネーターならば我らに協力しろ。
Asa ka pa.
ザ・ストレットの実力侮らないでね
Nice na sport.
連携で畳みかければトランザム
Wala, trans-amp pa man din.
マリン分かっている沈めてみせる
Hindi ko napansin kagad yun ah.
いかん、このままでは突破される。
Wala na. Sword rifle slash. Please, tanggal ka na.
今の僕たちなら手加減くらいは。
嫌だ、俺はまだ戦うんだ。
What the? What is it, 9? An alert, they're coming. Ano ba yan? What do you know? These people have guard them. I'm impressed that you remember us. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. I've got no time to deal with two-bit thugs. Well then, I guess we just have to get your attention by force. Those bastards, why are they targeting the Yamato? Figure it out later. Intercept. Here it comes, Pants come. I'll cut you to ribbons with my lightning speed. Talaga lang. You just couldn't introduce yourself like a normal person. Time for you to use that speed to retreat. So yun pa rin. Defeat all allies, enemies pa rin. So save nga natin muna. Gawa tayo ng save ulit. Dun pa rin. At least turn 3 pa lang. Teka, saan pa ibang patay tapos tumira eh. Chinang basuba. Teka, forward ka na nga lang muna. Saber. Go.
一気に攻め落としてやる。俺の腕と運をなめるなよ。
Gana. Tama na.
君に勝機はない。発射する。
Pwede natin yung mga multiple action shots.
AI ではこれが限界だろうな。
Medyo nabugbog na. Kailangan salubungin natin sila. Hindi pwedeng Balkan eh. Barangay.
Aite ni natte yaru zo!
Kaya lang beam weapon eh. Tingnan lang natin.
O互いのためにも交代しよう。こいつ海賊のガンダム。タイミングを合わせれば。
Get this turn 4. 1%. Anong klaseng damage yan? Ay, hit rate yan.
えい、ここにもガンダムがいるか。
最低限の動きで死にたくなければ脱出しろ。
我が闘志まだ折れてはいない。
Ay. Martian Successor versus Dragon. Okay, go. Paala kayo sa buhay nyo.
この世界を正しく導くためにも。思ったよりも大したことはないな。そこは射程内だ。思ったよりも大したことはないな。敵のエースを叩けば戦局も傾く。
無駄な。仕留める。
どうしよう、あとは頼んだぞ。
Pasaway. Kiliti lang yan eh.
戦艦を叩けば敵の陣形は総崩れだ。
無駄かもしれませんが投降を呼びかけてください。彼らを止めるのはなでしこの役目です。
Ayan. Gusto ko itong tipidin eh, kaya lang kasi ito lang eh.
我らは勝利し正義を打ち立てる。
攻撃狂つほどじゃないけどね。
この程度で勝った気になるなよ。こいつ海賊のガンダムか。
よし、ペイントに引っかかってくれた。 無関係な人を巻き込むようなやり方なんて。
Di pa nag-concrete.
いかん、このままでは突破される。
Bahala kayo magpatayan dyan.
こいつは外さん。機体の反応が鈍い。 この世界を正しく導くためにも。
Alis patay na isang dragon na yun, ha.
これ以上貴様の思い通りにはさせん。 その黒き機体、汝の業の深さそのものだな。そこは我が間合いだ。
読み通りボソンジャンプを戦争に使うか。
突撃などもらわぬわ。
Wala ako gumating dragon sa'yo.
かくなる上は特攻も自殺だ。障害は排除する。
Deads ka na.
So, こんな結末なのかよ。 敵戦力は想定以上。障害は排除する。
Unti-unti matidets ka.
いい動きをしている。宇宙の腐敗は我らが正す。
Yung pa tumira ngayon. Masaya. Hopefully that's ka na. Timer na. Tapusin na natin tong enemy phase na to, tapos save na natin yung kung anong episode.
我らの後に道はない。ただ前進あるのみ。
この作戦必ず成功させてみせる。
Piliti lang sa kanya yun eh. %, ha? Kailangan gamitin eh, no choice. Sige. Problema, ang gagastos ng mga attacks niya eh. Ito na lang, get it up ako.
手応えのあるやつはいねえのか。ぶった切ってやるぜ。ラロー
サワの稼働に支障あり。コントロール不能。
Dito na naman. Ulit. Tapos kailangan ko yung ano net. Kailangan ko ulit ng persist. Mauubos yung spirit points ni Patrick.
Hey! そよ風が吹いたかと思ったぜ。どてっぱなかっさばいてやるぜ。ゲッタートマホーク。おりゃ
最小の戦闘力想定の 120% 以上。
Talaga pa initan ah. Last piece na yan. Hindi abot, sayang. Ito na lang. Kahit mahina, okay lang.
Omae no power をスピードで封じ込む。気づいた時には真っ二つだ。
こんなダメージへでもないぜ。ゲッタートマホークブーメラン。
パワーに振り回されてるぜ。
Okay. Okay, pasamantala guys, save muna natin dito sa timer na eh. Dito sa baba. Isa pa. 3 turns pa naman eh. Kaya naman siguro yan. Okay. Episode. Game.
大きなあくびだね。浜田君はだいぶお疲れのようだ。今書いてる漫画をショーに出そうと思っているんだ。締め切りが近いんで徹夜続きの毎日だよ。だと思った。浜田君は小学生の時から漫画家になるのが夢だったからね。でも浜田君、健康が第一だよ。分かってるって。プレイヤーの皆さんもきちんと休憩は取ってくださいね。 疲れが取れたらまた一緒に戦おう。それじゃまた。
Okay guys, Quezon Veloso signing off. Next episode na ulit.